Hello and welcome back to Hyzermedia's tournament coverage of the 25th anniversary Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova. This is our throwback coverage from 2024 that we have brought to you throughout the month of February. I'm Emily Dale and joined by Nathan Johnson.
Hey Emily, this has been very fun to watch and some nice warm weather vibes that we've been getting from Las Vegas. And going into the final round, Sofia Donnecke's got a 4-stroke lead over Lykke, Lorentzen, Maria Oliva, and Fajkus will be rounding out our lead card for this final round. Remember, after round 3, we cut to the top 8. So everyone from Emily Yale up that you're seeing on this leaderboard is competing in this final round and has made the cash.
If you want to see more awesome coverage like this, make sure you subscribe if you're cooler. We are at hole 1, Las Vegas Challenge, par 3, 353 feet. We have our OB cart path there on the right side of the fairway. Players are trying to just kind of get into that bowl on the left-hand side of that basket and stay safe.
Sofia Donnecke.
Yeah, we're back at the Innova course for the 4th and final round. This is the same course the players played in round 2. Sofia Donnecke, like I said earlier, she's got herself a 4-stroke lead. I have been quite impressed with how well she's been throwing the disc off the tee, putting very well as well. And yeah, we'll see if the little bit of pressure that the final round brings can she can hold on.
Yeah, some really exciting golf throughout this tournament. I've been really impressed with her play, as well as this lady right here. Lykke has also been putting on a really good show for us throughout this event.
Yeah, she's been putting out of her mind, just making everything from circle 2 and in. So yeah, firmly in this thing. That one comes up a little short, but this is a tough hole to start off on.
Another face we saw on the last round, Maria Oliva.
Yeah, I don't think we saw any birdies on hole 1 in round 2. So anybody that's able to pick this one up is definitely carding a bonus birdie. This is a very common landing zone. You see players just kind of pitching to the bottom of the hill, and they're left with that uphill circle.
Shooting a 176 combined total on the week. Fajkus.
Almost getting dive bombed by a bird.
Yeah, that was wild.
She corrects well. Nice shot there, and way to not be phased.
Yeah, she was dialed in. Hopefully she didn't even see it. But yeah, these putts, I would be surprised if anyone ran anything from outside circle 1. Just because if you hit any metal, you are going to roll to like 70 feet away. So it is not recommended, but you never know.
Final round.
Yeah, final round. If you're going to make a move, might as well. But I'm 3 for 3 so far. Let's see if Maria wants to prove me wrong. She is right around circle's edge. It looks like maybe 35 feet, but quite a ways uphill.
Oh, set down.
Okay.
Ooh, good result.
This looked like it wanted to roll, but found a way not to. Also, I mean, if you look at the flags, we'll see if this continues. By far the least wind that we've seen all week. Those flags have been absolutely ripping through the wind all week. So this little bit of breeze is nothing compared to what these players are used to at this point.
Yeah, we saw some really hot scores out here in round 2, so curious to see what we'll have this round with the wind being down.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of shorter par 4s on this course and gettable par 5s, so we will definitely have some eagle opportunities here and there. And yeah, we'll see if the players are able to take advantage.
Hole 2, par 3, 270 feet. We have this hard pan, low ceiling. Players are going to want to just take that low drive, put it flat to get the good ground play, ideally up to the basket. We do have some OB on the cart path and rope spectator area, but it's kind of hard to get to.
Yeah, just a nice soft hyzer with a mid-range. Will slide up nicely. This one was a little pulled from Sofia, but looks like she got through. We'll see if she has a putt over there. The limbs on the tree, the limbs of the tree on the right side of the green hang pretty low, so can get yourself into trouble if you're stuck behind it.
And that tree, we saw give people a lot of trouble in the first round as well. It's just staring at you in the middle of the fairway. But this is a great shot from Oliva. That's how you draw it up.
Can't do it much better, honestly. I think this hole's like impossible to ace too because of the low ceiling. So it's pretty much as good as you're going to see. Just slide it up there nicely and get yourself a drop-in birdie. Let's see if Lisa can match.
That'll do.
Yeah, nice shot for her as well.
This looked a little pulled there from Lykke, but she should still have a putt. It'll, again, like you said, be a low ceiling.
Yeah, these branches are definitely in the way. Got to kind of spin it in there, a little nose up. And yeah, just never quite had the height there. So similar putt now for Lykke. She's going to the knee here. I love the thought. Still just couldn't give it the height. Those limbs are, even if they don't actually get in the way, just the idea of it can be enough to, cause you to leave your putt a little bit low.
Oh no, we had a little mistake there from Sofia as well. Not something we've seen a lot of throughout the tournament. I'm sure they're feeling those jitters going to the final round and the pressure of the end being this close.
Yeah, I am sure of it. Especially still early in the round, you probably haven't had a chance to kind of settle in yet. As Lisa also missing a short putt. Yeah, these players are. I think you're right on. They're feeling the nerves. If you asked me at the start of this round if Maria Oliva had a chance to win this tournament, I would have said no chance. She's 10 strokes back. But now she's 8 strokes back, and I'll just say nothing is impossible.
Yeah, especially with park jobs like that. Hole 3, 260 feet, par 3. Playing like an island. We saw some interesting results here, hitting the spectator rope and staying out of bounds in round 1. Ideally, you just want to hug that side of the tree and skip up to the basket.
Yeah, especially if you take it too wide too. Like obviously we saw those weird results, but the cart path behind the basket that marks the out of bounds also comes up very quick. So if you send it too wide, you can also go OB deep if you're not careful. This is the safe play from Maria. She gives herself like a 60-footer and pretty much just a nice easy par from there.
Yeah, and a tough drop zone on this one too to save the par if you do find the OB off the tee.
Yeah, it's like a 150-foot upshot, so do not want to come up short. This one looks good from Lisa. Gonna find herself probably a little bit outside circle, 40 feet or so. Didn't really get a lot of ground play, which is kind of weird because the hill slopes towards the basket, but I guess she just caught a bad part of the ground.
So that's the backside cart path that you were talking about. Taking that wider hyzer route can bring that up really quickly, as Sofia found.
Yeah, she got the big skip, but unfortunately it was more of a straight skip than the flare she wanted, and Once you hit the cart path, you're not coming back in. The disc kind of slides around back there. So this is more what you're looking for. A little bit shorter from Lorentzen, and she finds herself well inside circle. So yeah, this is that drop zone. Like you said, almost impossible to save par. You'd have to throw it in basically from 150. So just a pitch up to hopefully save the bogey.
And Sofia's still out, so Lucky's looking at a birdie. Sofia's looking at a bogey from where she is. Potentially 2 or more stroke swing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the putt looks after she had that 3 putt just moments ago on hole 2. 25-footer.
There we go.
Strong looking putt there. That's hopefully a confidence builder for her. She can get moving back in the right direction. But this thing's about to tighten up if Lykke can knock this one down and make it a 2-stroke game. And she does.
And just like that, we're close again, and it doesn't feel like there's that much golf left.
No, I mean, there's tons of golf left, right? We still got 15 holes, a lot of score separation on this entire course. So with all the out of bounds and potential putting woes that can arise with a little bit of stress and some slopey greens, anything can happen.
Here's our leaderboard check-in. Like you mentioned in the beginning, we're only showing the top 8 who have advanced this round. But things are close. Heading into hole 4, it is a par 4, 422 feet. So one of the shorter par 4s you'll see out here. Some of the players on this card have the distance to get up there. We'll see if anybody's really attacking for eagle here.
Yeah, it's reachable. Most players end up fading out a little bit to the left just because there's a bit of an uphill slope in the first half of the fairway, and then it kind of slopes back downhill. So hard to get the disc to push straight all the way to the basket. But it is a par 4, so a shot like this from Lykke is just fine. She's going to have like a 150-foot upshot from there. Maybe less.
Maria went a little bit wider and grabbed that tree there, unfortunately knocking her down. But like you said, still a par 4, and she should be able to even save a birdie from where she's at.
Yeah, depending on the lie. Distance-wise, it's doable. She might just have some tricky footing to deal with those trees. So we'll see how that works. Same thing for Lisa there, getting caught up on the right side of the gap. All right, let's just see what Sofia can do. She's definitely has all the distance to get to the basket. It's fading out a little bit, but I mean, that's like pin high left.
Yep.
So she's probably got like a 90-footer, which is pretty ridiculous on par 4.
Not too shabby. A little bit of an awkward shot here for Lisa. Going to the forehand, but getting just outside the circle.
Yep, she'll have a look from there as well. And yeah, this is just a nice little pitch up for Lorentzen. That one is looking good. Oh my gosh, she's way closer than what I say. 90 feet. She's like 50. that was just like a no thought layup from nothing. Wow, what a drive.
Nice bid there from Lisa. And look at that flag on the pole. That is not something you see at Wild Horse. Great par save there. It didn't look like it rolled away as much as it did from the first shot, but she must have gotten some weird ground play. However, she saves the par nicely.
Yeah, that was a nice comebacker from circle's edge for her. Maria, she's got a short little birdie putt of her own. Looking like we will see 3 more birdies from the rest of the card. So hole 4, definitely one that you want to pick up. It is the 3rd easiest hole on this Innova course with the post-cut field. 3/4 of it, this field is getting the birdie on this one. So you're losing strokes with a par. And our card played it proportionally. There we go, 3 out of 4, as you'd expect.
Hole 5, we have another par 4, 592 feet. We have the cart path and roped OB, as well as a sand trap there and a golf green that plays as OB.
Going from one of the easier holes to probably the hardest. Let me check. Yes, the hardest hole by score on this course. So the tee shot's very demanding. The gap is not big. That is a incredible shot from Lykke. You got to be able to thread the needle with height and left-right wise. You can't really tell from this angle, but there's a big tree that's kind of in the fairway that you got to maneuver around, making things very difficult. Maria turns hers over a little bit, should stay inbounds. But even if you do throw the tee shot great, the upshot is still very difficult with that out of bounds green. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's one of the common themes here over at this course. And this one looks a little bit turned from Sofia, but gets a kick the good direction back into the safety of the fairway.
Yeah. And there's also OB left. I don't know if you mentioned it, but on the left side of the fairway as well. So you can't just, if you go this way, if your disc fades out, it could go out of bounds.
Yeah, you can see the line right there. And unfortunately, Lisa does find that roped OB.
That was unintentional foreshadowing on my part. If that was a commentator curse Lisa, I do apologize. Ooh!
Oh my gosh.
It's a game of inches, folks. That is tough. Yeah, and I'm thinking that was just, sorry to cut you off, that was just a layup for Sofia too. Like, we've seen that a couple times, not just from her, but from all of the people, all of the women that have been on our cards all week, that the layups are very important. Like, if you give it 2 feet too much, that's going to cost you a stroke. So placement is key.
Yeah, and it's really hard to see as well. It's with the roped OB, it's difficult to navigate which part is safe or not and judge the distance and shot correctly. And it just seems like Sofia's been having some tough breaks. I like this low check-up drive there from Lykke, and a great shot that's, oh boy, things are getting interesting.
Yeah, she's got a birdie look. We'll see what she does with it. Kind of a scary putt, scary green here. But could be another potential 2-stroke swing. Sofia most likely just going to lay this one up and have a drop-in bogey.
Yeah, definitely not the scorecard we've seen from Sofia throughout this tournament. She's just been getting some bad breaks, as we see Lisa giving that a good run.
Yeah, big putt here. Wow.
She's ready.
Yeah, that's huge. Three in a row for Lorentzen, and that is all most likely going to put her in a tie for the lead. She has made up 4 strokes in 5 holes, and we got a ball game. Happens that quick. I feel like if you're going to make a big comeback, and I would call 4 strokes a big comeback in a tournament like this in a final round, you gotta start hot early and put the pressure on your opponent. If you kind of let them get comfortable, it's going to be a lot harder to make those strokes at the end.
Hole 6. We're playing our little island hole here, 222 feet. What are you taking to this hole?
The key here is you have to hit the front side of the green. Throw whatever disc you want, putter, driver, doesn't really matter. But if you hit the top side or the back side, the disc is not going to stop in time. Well, if you hit the water, that's also not a good strategy either. But you have to hit like short of the basket to kill all the speed of the disc. So very small landing zone on a very small green, and a very tricky hole.
This is look like it's headed right where Maria just threw. Unfortunately, we haven't had any players make it on the island so far.
Yeah, 0 for 3. And touchy holes like this, too, in a final round are just, it's so hard. Like, you'd rather just use your adrenaline to just absolutely rip a shot. But the finesse is hard to dial in. Lisa has it dialed in. That's, can't do much better than that.
And a CTP, it looks like.
Yeah, the CTP flag was like 3 feet away, and now it's going to be about 6 inches away. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, and this is an intense drop zone putt here. As we see our players just opting for the bogey. As Lisa just sachets over to claim her CTP.
That's the most official CTP flag, pin, stick, whatever you want to call it, that I've ever seen. Yeah, so no pars. Not too surprising. It's kind of hard to get a par on this hole, honestly. 3 bogeys and a birdie for our card. As Lisa makes sure to get her money's worth for that shot.
With the autograph. Here is our check-in, and just like that, folks, we have a tie for first place. Maria and Katrina are tied for third as well, so it's getting interesting out here. Hole 7, par 4 once again, 298 feet. But I think we're going to see a lot of the players just sending it. We have our hazard kidney beans here on each side of the basket, as well as the OB golf green in front and OB cart path behind. So there's just a lot that can happen. We saw some players land it perfectly to grab the eagle. Looks like Lisa's trying to go for the layup play, which is not easy, as you could see there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of space. I mean, even for the layup, like you said, it's kind of because that cart path comes into play quick. So it's in my opinion, you might as well just send it and see what happens. That's seems like Lykke agrees, and she barely makes it over into a great spot. She's got herself an eagle putt.
Yeah, and that shot that Lisa threw, that's going to leave her with a little bit of a tough upshot as well, because you still have those hazards to contend with. That like to catch discs. This is looking a little bit lower from Maria. Can it get across? Oh, a little leapfrog action.
That was wild.
Yeah, she did land on the hazard and unfortunately rolled the wrong direction, further from the basket, but she should still have a putt for birdie.
Yep, still a birdie putt from the pinto bean. This one's pulled a bit from Sofia. That is going to be a very long birdie putt for her, probably closer to the 40-foot range. We'll see what she decides to do with it.
Well executed there from Lisa.
Smart decision. It's probably painful to lay that one up, but with the what did I say last time? Did I say pinto? Kidney bean on the other. Good birdie putt from Maria. We don't need to test my bean knowledge today on this coverage. That is a good one to make, and now Lykke got a chance to get herself a 2-stroke lead over Sofia if she can make this eagle putt. Just off to a blazing hot start now, all of the sudden.
Yeah, her putt's been amazing all weekend, and she's using that to her advantage now. And just, like you said, look at those scorecards.
Yeah, polar opposites. For sure. But, yeah, like you said, still a lot of golf left. But I'm sure Sofia's not confidence is definitely not at an all-time high, so we'll see if she can bounce back here. Hole 8, a good scoring opportunity for her. She was able to get the eagle in round 2.
Yeah, so another shorter par 4, 467 feet. We have this hard pan once again, so if you get the angle right, you can use that to your advantage and get some good ground play up into the basket to take a look for eagle.
Yeah, this hole is all about angle control. With the downhill and the shape, you just need that, assuming you're going for it, you need that perfect kind of slow turning shot that holds right the whole time. This is the layup, the safer play from Lorentzen. She's just going to pitch a forehand to the bottom of the hill and take her, under 200-foot up shot from there, which is a perfectly viable strategy.
Same from Lisa as well.
I'd love to see somebody get this hole again. This is a really tough one to get, but when you hit it right, it is just so nice. Oh, that one I thought was looking good, but it just got caught up.
I was going to say, Maria was about to show you because that angle looked really great.
Did she get enough turn on it?
Too much turn, unfortunately. Finds those branches. Still has a chance there to get a birdie with her upshot, but
yeah, that's the mistake to make, right? Because there is an OB car path on the left, so if you fade out too much, you can find it. But if you overturn and hit those branches and drop down, it's, you're in the same places as everybody else. So might as well give it a send if you can get yourself to commit to it. Great upshot there from Lykke, and Lisa threw a nice one as well. So players in position here.
some good upshots or maybe some runs. Oh, that looks really direct at the basket there. She'll be under that little tree.
Yeah, everybody kind of hanging out in that 25-foot-ish range. Bit of a tester, especially when the wind picks up like it looks like it's doing here, but Lisa knocks it down. It's a nice confident putt there for her. A little turkey action for her as well. Nicely done.
Oh. She had some awkward footing there and unfortunately went a little bit wide.
Yeah, that tree was in the way a lot more than it looked from the original upshot, so that is a tough break for Maria. A little 3-putt after the air ball. The classic birdogey, not what you're looking for on this one.
Good putt there, good birdie for Sofia. And yeah, those types of birdogies or whatever you want to call them happen quickly out here with the way these baskets are placed on hills like this. It's easy to carry far if you're not hitting the basket. Good birdie there from Lykke as well.
Yeah, fast greens. Not a phrase you hear much in Frisbee golf, but it definitely applies out here in Vegas.
Rounding out our front nine here in our final round, another par 4, 601 feet. It's kind of blind off the tee, but we have a cart path to the right and left, as well as this sand trap here in front of the basket. But feeling we're going to see the players get pretty aggressive on this one.
This looks like a good pull from Lorentzen. As long as you get out there in the middle, you are in position. Something that fades out left. Depending on how much you bite off the tee, players are left with a decision heading into the green with how aggressive they want to get. So we'll see what they decide to do from there. This one gets caught up from Lisa, so she's just going to have to play this one for par. Oh my gosh.
So much power. So much power. It doesn't get old.
Yeah, that was smoked Our camera people are like pretty good about knowing where to stand, right? So if you have to turn around to see where the shot's going to land, that is a very impressive thing to witness. So nice shot from Maria as well. A little more left, which is usually a good thing because it will open up the angle for her into the green. So
Yeah, Lisa gets caught up in some of those trees on the side of the fairway. Just looking a little turned. Hopefully it can get some good ground play as it does there, bringing her right to the edge of the circle for her birdie putt.
yeah, that's the safe play. Play the forehand wide so you don't really bring the sand trap into play, and then use the ground play to hopefully get yourself inside the circle. Sometimes if you catch the hill like Lisa did there, might check up a bit shorter, but that was a good shot for her. She's in position for par. She can make that putt. This is a very difficult backhand into the green, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh my.
That's a good break.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah, you don't see discs jump out of the hazard sand traps too often. So Maria was fortunate to see that. A little long for Sofia. She's going to have a 40-footer or so. So, yep, a layup is probably a smart decision with the slope and the sand trap so close.
It looked like Sofia wanted that. She stays safe, fortunately. But those can get risky.
Yep, she had to go for it with the 2 strokes. She's down, but that one is a much more costly miss.
Oh, man.
Worth noting that she could re-putt from her previous lie. Obviously, in the moment, hard to remember all the intricate rules of the sport, and she does make it anyway. But that is going to be a tough pill to swallow with that double bogey. Had a chance to get a stroke back with the birdie putt, and instead let 2 slip away.
Yeah, and this round's really looking uncharacteristic compared to what we really saw from previous rounds from her. I have to wonder if it's just getting in her head a little bit as we see a great putt there from Lisa.
Yeah, good par save from her after hitting early, but yeah, hard to know. She's still just not quite as crisp as the first 2 rounds. Today she's finding herself more in that 40-foot range for her birdies or pars, whereas in round 1 she was, or the first 3 rounds, in that 20 to 30-foot range, which is obviously much more scoreable.
Yep. But the course still has a lot of opportunities, so make sure you check back in with us for the back 9 to see how this thing rounds out. Here's our leaderboard check-in, as we see Katrina climbing the leaderboard as well with a hot round, putting her in 3rd place.
Yeah, started today with a 4-stroke lead. We end the front 9 with a 4-stroke lead, just in the opposite direction. Thank you to Elevation Disc for supporting the coverage. Like Emily said, make sure to tune into the back 9 to see how this Las Vegas challenge finishes out.